By the time he figures this out, we will have run out of breath.
Yeah, get away from the button. Because you're not going to have much room left.
Trying, he keeps swimming forward and...
Alright, now jump off. Swim a few feet and then... Yeah, you must have gotten it, because otherwise it would have triggered some.
Well, there you go. We just spent like 2 minutes trying to get a button we already got.
Well, you never know.
Oh, yeah, I did get that because I...
Alright, you can go in that cave now.
Okay.
But I thought you guys were playing consistently. No, we take breaks every week, people. And we don't play the same game every week.
Yeah. Okay.
We learned our lesson with that. Because what was it, like the first year we were playing every game for at least an hour?
Yeah.
And so we'd end up with like 6-hour recording sessions. We just don't have that kind of time, people. We love you guys, but we need to make this work within our own schedules. I mean, obviously, it's not like we're earning a living off of YouTube like other YouTubers.
Yeah.
We got to make everything else work. Otherwise, I'm sure, like, if Alex was making a living off of YouTube, you'd see more anime reviews from him.
Yeah. Ow.
I'm pretty sure, like, 80% of his day would be watching Crunchyroll. So he would have something to review.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll.
Yeah. It's a great site.
I don't know.
Wow, I thought for a second there you were going to go all Aaron on us with the advertisement.
I'm not being paid to endorse Crunchyroll.
That would be awesome, though, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Hey, Crunchyroll, come and endorse us. We'll help you out.
What is Crunchyroll?
It's a web streaming service. You can watch...
Or anime. Specifically, like, subtitled anime.
Most of it's anime, but there's also the occasional, like, Japanese drama or Korean drama on there as well. I don't think it's in here.
Well, yeah, you have to probably... Unless you went in the wrong cave, because there's multiple areas.
There's multiple caves of wonder.
Great, now Disney's gonna sue us for that one, too.
The mouse squad is coming.
Thanks, you two!
The mouse squad is coming to get us again.
The mouse squad.
Right?
Just barely got them off our back, Alex. Damn it! Great, I'll go get the getaway car.
Geronimo! There's a cave entrance right where you are. Right there.
That's where...
No, not that one.
That's where I came out. What do you mean right where I am?
To that side. Right there, behind you. Right there.
That's where I came out, Andrea.
That one to your left?
Oh, that one.
Yeah, there's multiple areas you can go in.
In Alex's defense, you didn't explain it very well. I'm sorry, Andrea.
Well, I could say right, and he could probably think his right versus my right.
You
or
could say
left.
to the left. To the left screen, on the left-hand side of the screen.
Unless if you were turned around, then you would be facing the wrong direction.
Well, it was facing the proper direction.
I think I'm starting to get people what it was like for them to play this game for the first time. I think they were arguing like this at that point too.
Yeah. I need to raise that up somehow. I don't remember how.
And it's okay because everybody's getting bounced back at me going, "This is cool. I don't know why you're knocking it, Drak." I'm not knocking it. I'm saying this is we're getting the legit experience here. All right.
We're gonna take to the sky. There's something on there.
Like dragonflies?
Actually, if I land here, doesn't the sea monster come out and eat me?
No.
Yep.
I'm just kidding.
Hi, Gomposaurus. Did it just say that he's a living stomach?
I don't know what it said,
A little
actually.
offensive.
Bye.
Quick, Banjo, if you don't move, it can't see you. Stop moving! Oh, hi, Jabu-Jabu.
Can you hear me in there? I won't digest you if you help me out with my little stomach problem. Do you want to hear what you've got to do now?
We need more British accent here, Alex.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
So what are we doing?
Killing all the little bugs in his stomach.
It's just another shoot 'em up game.
So this is a hardcore version of Dr. Mario.
Yeah. And yes, we're back in Jabu-Jabu's belly again.
We are back in Jabu-Jabu's belly. People thought we were never coming back after Ocarina of Time, but obviously we have another dot hack game to go through. So no, we're not done seeing the end of Jabu-Jabu's belly. In fact, I would actually dare say, because spoiler alert, there is actually another series of dot hack games. There will probably be more Jabu-Jabu's belly in that one too.
Wouldn't that be funny if you had an Easter egg of Link just happened to be walking by in here and you'd be like, oh, sorry, wrong area.
No, because Zelda is a sacred cow, and even though Nintendo loved Rare, they were not willing to give up their
that
sacred
feels
cows.
better. I swallowed this awful thing earlier. Thought it was a biscuit. Please take it with you when you leave.
How does that look like a biscuit?
Apparently it does to him.
Do you
really
want
gotta
to
stop
play
screaming in these
again?
things. I really gotta stop screaming in these things because people get mad at me.
You really do have to stop screaming.
When things are lacking such logic, it's like I'm Mr. I can't remember his name, the teacher from Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, Mr. Crocker.
Mr. Crocker, where I have to go, Very Odd Parents!
That was really good. You sound just like Darren Norris,
Fairies!
who's also the voice of Pyros, seeing as we're getting back into Dot Hack.
Well, I'm never doing that voice again. Thanks, Alex.
He's also the
Sure, I
voice...
thought I was going to add another voice to my repertoire, and you destroyed it. Thanks.
What do you got against Pyros? He's
I've got everything against Pyros.
Pyros. Hey, you can actually get the egg up here.
Yes. Quite. You know, here's another funny story I learned. You recall back in Banjo-Kazooie, there's the girl on the beach walking with the big melons.
Yes.
Yeah, apparently the melons had to be added because Nintendo complained.
Oh
Of
yeah,
course Nintendo
you would
complained.
have to try and jump and go to that flight path.
Right.
I actually thought the whole thing was endearing because
I
it made me think back to Austin Powers.
Right. Well, yeah, that's the funny thing. They didn't have the melons at first, and Nintendo got mad at them, so they added
So
the melons.
basically they had jiggling boobs. That's what they had.
Probably, or just big boobs in general. Just either. It's also like I mentioned this way back.
Dude, I've played Conker's Bad Fur Day. Those things were jiggling.
I mentioned this way back in Banjo-Kazooie as well, as when we feed
I haven't played it.
the pots in Mad Monster Mansion. You know, they say thank you, but apparently Nintendo kept thinking they were saying fuck you. And Grant Kirkhope had to keep recording and recording and recording to get it right, so it wouldn't sound like fuck you.
Oh my gosh.
That's one of my
This is the
precious
tyrannical
babies.
dictator that Nintendo can be at times, people. Look, I love Nintendo just like everybody else, but to not admit that they didn't have Hitler days, yeah, they had Hitler days.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it? Yoshi's Island originally was actually Miyamoto making fun of Donkey Kong Country.
Right,
Because he didn't like the style.
Because, yeah, Nintendo kept pressuring Miyamoto to make Yoshi's Story look like Donkey Kong, and so he kind of took his frustration out on Donkey Kong.
Yeah, and so...
Sad thing is, I think Miyamoto's...
No, it wasn't Yoshi's Story, it was Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's Island, right? I get them
Yeah.
mixed up.
Because he thought Donkey Kong Country looked kitty.
No, he didn't think it looked kitty. He just said, you know, because I'm paraphrasing here. He said, "Oh yeah, gamers will settle for mediocre
that's right.
mediocre gameplay as long as the game looks pretty," and that's just because Nintendo kept pressuring him to make the game look like Donkey Kong Country.
And I don't think... Did Miyamoto ever apologize for it?
Yeah, he recanted his statement later. Just like I said, he blamed it on the pressures placed on to him to make it look like that game.
What about the other cave with the... Wasn't there an egg and with all the...
Oonga Booga.
Yeah.
Ooga Boogas. Yeah.
Boogle,
Yeah, we gotta go get that one.
The correct pronunciation, Andrea, is Oogle Boogle. Get it right.
Oogle Boogle.
Otherwise, the social justice warriors are going to come out and they're going to hate us.
I thought it was. Well, I thought the proper pronunciation was Inkum
Inkum bunkum.
Ikambokum!
Inkum.
Oh, there I go. There I go yelling again.
Stop yelling.
I love Ikambokum. Come on, I have to yell when I hear Ikambokum. Ikambokum! Yes, Nintendo has had its tyrannical days, people. I love Nintendo, but they've had their moments.
Yeah.
Where even, like, I will look at a quote made from... Has Reggie had any of those moments? I don't know if Reggie has.
Yeah.
I know the previous guy that... The guy that Reggie replaced, because there was a Nintendo of America president before him, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, there was.
I know he had a couple of just... not jaw-dropping, but facepalm-worthy moments. But then again, most of the spokespeople for any of the companies at that time did.
Well, you ever hear of Project Hammer?
It rings a bell. Elaborate really quick, because...
It was a game in development for the Wii, and it really fell apart because of how horrible the management was for a division of Nintendo of America.
Was it a Nintendo?
Yeah, it was going to be a Nintendo exclusive for the Wii. Hold on a sec. Yikes! She's a big girl, isn't she?
Too right. She can't even fly.
I'm not sure if there will be room in our nest. You couldn't just hit it with one of those grenade eggs, could ya?
Wow!
You heartless.
Only joking. Bring her back to me. I'll work out an exercise program for her.
I'll
does
just
not
go
make
and
it better.
find Banjo and...
Not only did you just call your baby fat, but then you propose that she's going to play exercise games. F you, lady!
Oh, now we gotta taxi her back.
I don't think I have a taxi pack, do I?
Yeah, you should have it.
But yeah, I mean, around the time that
I don't think
Reggie's predecessor was, I mean, everybody had marketing people, and marketing people that didn't even know games.
Right.
We had nothing but Phil Spencer.
Well, if you look under your totals, you can see how many of the jam jars you visited.
Actually, know what? No, we didn't have nothing but Phil Spencer's, because at least Phil has gone out and
you
said,
should have it.
I'm not a gamer, I'm a marketing guy. We had people who were just like, oh my gosh, I'm a hardcore gamer. Would you believe that? I play nothing but PlayStation all the time. Yeah, that's what we had, people.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, sorry, I'm talking to Andrea, but...
I was gonna say, dude, I'll show you some 95 speeches from Sony and Nintendo.
Oh, I believe you. So, yeah, I think, if I'm recalling I watched a little thing on it last night about... It was a game that they were developing for a Wii, and it was going to be like a sort of sci-fi steampunk-esque game, and just the American staff and the Japanese staff kept clashing with each other because the Japanese staff would just brush off anything by the American staff.
There's your first problem.
Yeah.
Don't... Look, I know that Sega likes to be coined as, like, working with every single country, but that doesn't happen, people. Especially with... I have nothing against the Japanese, but the Japanese are kind of stubborn.
I can even remember how you do...
I don't think I have the move yet.
Japanese developers and Japanese execs in general...
See, it's in the same location, though. If you have 3 out of 3, it's in the same world.
Well, then... But I can't seem to do the move.
Here, let me see. I'll try and figure out what the combo is.
We'll talk while that's happening.
Yeah.
We have to admit this. Like, Japanese executives, Japanese businessmen are really stubborn when it comes to outside affairs.
Unfortunately, yes.
And even game devs. I've even heard Miyamoto's had his horrible streak.
Right, but yeah, like the game director would. Oh,
who was it? Like, no, it was Miyamoto that got kicked out. I was gonna say, like, didn't Miyamoto have an E3 moment where, like, a Sony dev or something like that came up to him and he kicked them out of the booth? Like, he tried to get them permanently kicked out.
I have no idea.
No, it was the other way around. He went to an Xbox booth to mess around with Kinect, and he was kicked out.
Okay, so let's see. Is it up here?
No.
Nope.
And I do know that there's been a story, like, here and there of, like, Capcom reps, like, Capcom developers, Konami developers who have been kicked out of E3 not permanently, but, like, for that convention. because of their bad behavior towards their competition and towards other staff.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, if I remember correctly,
There you go. See, I told you.
How'd you even do
if
it?
I remember correctly, like when
You have to push this button and push this over. Like, you have to use the joystick.
so.
See,
Alex, you remember when like Hideo Kojima went on to Microsoft's press conference for a couple of years there, right? Where he was doing Metal Gear Rising.
No, I don't really know.
He did that, and apparently a lot of people were making the complaint that he was like a real prima donna to work with. Especially like Microsoft reps hated working with him. Phil Spencer obviously wasn't going to say anything bad about him, nor would any of the major PR reps. But I have heard that Kojima was not looked at in the brightest of lights at that moment. So it does happen, people, you know. Especially now, I'm not saying that Japan resents American developers for their for our recent successes, but it's got to be like a little bit of a thorn in their side
It's more of
right now the AAA, the successful AAA companies really are American companies at this point.
I don't think that's it. It's more of a just gaping cultural differences between our countries.
That too. Like anything outside of their
if
borders,
you're by the
they're just not willing
front
to accept.
entrance, there's a warp pad.
Yeah, that's what I'm going.
I mean, it's one of those things where like people think we're being dorks about it, but I actually recommend go watch Gaijin Goomba's videos on the matter. Like, you know, he lived in Japan for a while. He knows the stigmas that happen with that kind of concept. I still love the story where he was trying to... He had like what was it? He had a legit lesson that he had planned, and instead the management actually got on his case, and his class... Because he had a class there he was teaching,
right?
Where he had a full lesson planned, and the management came in, or his manager came in, and had his kids just doing nothing but stupid stuff, and the manager said something along the lines of, "You need to come up with more Japanese-based curriculum."
Right.
That happens, people.
It does.
They really don't think outside their borders, which
Yeah.
is
Which
hurting them in the long run right now.
Top of the mountain.
Yep. Top of the mountain. Just,
It's hurting them in the long run because they're not willing to experiment and actually contend in the market right now. They're basically riding the coattails of legacy at this point. And on top of that, well, they're already having some other issues within their infrastructure that is killing them too.
Wrong way.
that's not it. Is it?
Other way.
Oh, other way.
Because I don't think they've solved the whole birth rate problem yet, have they?
No.
No, their birth rate is low, really low. Oh, look at all the eggs, or all of the little pterodactyls.
No, you have to push it to the left.
Okay.
Right joystick. Crouch.
Okay.
And then, there you go. Now,
That's the last one. Thank goodness, Kazooie won't want to see another egg for the rest of the game. There's the other half of your reward as promised. Thanks, Terry. Ah.
Okay, are we actually going to try and pick a fight with Mommy, or...
No, of course not. We're done.
why would we pick a fight with Mommy again?
I just wasn't sure what Alex was doing.
All right. I was trying to
Like,
get
are
out.
you going
Shortcut!
Of course, then you'll probably end up back where you were. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Well, not back, but...
That would
Yeah.
suck if you were.
Alex, you broke the game again! I'm so proud of you right now.
Yeah. I'm a game breaker.
Game breaker.
I'm a glitch gremlin.
A graphic glitch gremlin.
Glitches! You like them?
Let's not go into the more defined jokes that could be made there. Or, I'm sorry, the more colorful jokes.
I'm gonna go take care of the Stegosaurus while I'm thinking about it.
Oh yeah, you need to finish the family, the Stegosaurus family. Well, not the Stegosaurus family. The dinosaur family you still have.
Go to hell. Whoa.
Sorry, guys, I lost my train of thought there.
Just
I know,
got really quiet all
Yeah,
of a
I know,
sudden.
right? Holy crap! Yeah, I lost my train of thought there. I was trying to get it back. So yeah, we've kind of hammered that into the dust that, you know, sometimes Nintendo and other Japanese developers are just not easy to work with. And most of it is because they won't swallow the dang pride. And granted, they should have pride in their work. They should have pride in the product that they've delivered for many, many years.
Yes.
Except Konami, because fuck them.
Everybody should have pride in their work, but at the same time, you can't let it get in the way of your business.
What about up that hill? Did you? Isn't that where the?
Oh yeah, here we go.
Andrea, could you please stop giving work to him?
Yeah, I'm always.
That's where I'm
getting
trying to.
Let's get to another world, people!
Oop.
Ugh. We got things to do. People and grunties to see.
People, things to do and grunties to see.
This is gonna be really awkward because we're getting back into .hack now. And so now we have 2 alternate meanings for the term grunty.
Yeah. Well, in
And
Japan,
it's appropriate because 2 of the
Oops, not
because
that one.
they both are villains.
Yeah.
So at that point we're okay.
well, in Japan they're called punchios.
Oh, okay.
So
Ujios?
yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it, Alex. All I know is that they're all grunties.
Oh yeah, don't you have to bring him in? Oh yeah, you have to take him out. Oh,
Yep.
so we gotta take the dinosaur away.
We gotta go take the dinosaur, even though, you know, Mumbo's in this world, but for some reason we gotta take him to the cliffside.
I'll notice that you keep on saying that you're taking the dinosaur, but you're not walking the dinosaur.
What?
Everybody get up, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. Everybody get up, get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur.
Where's that song from?
Mario the movie.
Oh,
I'm kind of sad that I made that reference. But I did, so there's nothing really I can do about it. And of course, we occasionally get the message of, when are you going to take on Dark Souls 3? Never. I've kind of made this clear, people. Like, I know that people want us to take on, like, hardcore series like the Dark Souls series. It's not happening.
Yeah, sad for your little brother.
He'll
can't-
get over it.
I don't think that will ever happen.
We can't all be hardcore Henrys.
Okay, that was a good one, Alex.
Hardcore Henry.
AKA
Yeah.
Call of Duty the movie.
Yeah.
It's a movie that's completely done in the first person. And so it's literally like Call of Duty the movie, because, you know, the guy's wielding guns and all that. And of course I'm getting live stream suggestions here and there.
Damn
It's
it.
one of those things
what?
where I really wish I could get to all the suggestions, but I'm kind of worried.
Oh yeah,
about
there's a
getting
train
Undertale
station in
again.
this world, I forgot.
All worlds have a train station. How did you forget?
Where is the train station? I don't even remember.
I thought it was
So
like...
what you're saying, Andrea, is that we're in Digimon Season 4.
Digimon Season 4, which I assume.
And before people get mad at me for my recent or my last comment, I liked doing Undertale for you guys just as much as you guys enjoyed watching it.
It's
I
right
want
by
a
the world
break.
entrance. It's like,
Like,
to the
Or-
right, to the right of the world entrance area.
Yeah, I'm already getting this. I don't know if I told you this, Alex. I'm already getting people pestering me that I need to go do the genocide and the pacifist endings because apparently one of those endings actually gives.
attractions of Witchy World. Would you like Chuffy to pick you up?
Of course,
Yes.
we won.
One of them actually adds a boss. So it's like, you didn't complete all the bosses. I want to break, people. I don't want to do pacifist ending. I don't want to do genocide ending for Undertale.
Yeah.
There are people who have done them. There's not really a whole lot I could add, people. and yet people want me to go.
Look, I hope Mom won't be too mad at me.
You're grounded.